What's up, everybody? So I guess the first thing I will do is install the tachometer, and in order to do that, I'm gonna have to remove this gas tank. And while it's removed, I'm going to be putting in this gas tank for a couple of reasons. Number one, this gas tank is pretty small. It's pretty small. It's for a Predator 212, but it's probably less than a gallon. This is like, I guess, a gallon and a half, and really I'm not sure. But that's gonna happen. And the second reason is because this gas tank, for whatever reason, it doesn't vent very properly. I had the fuel line routed up here, but after a while the motor was going to cut out and die, and I got to constantly blow on this tube right here. And that was to pressurize the fuel system so the motor would keep running. And I'm getting sick and tired of doing that. This is just a mock-up anyway. It's just I didn't want to get this gas tank at first because it's costed like $40, which is pretty stupidly, outrageously expensive for something like this. But whatever, we're gonna get this out of here and make it great again. So as you can see now, I am currently draining the tank. I don't know how much is in it right now, but I'm gonna drain the tank, then unbolt these bolts and lift the whole thing out. Hey, there we go, we're out. And I know some of y'all in my early videos wondered why I put the starter switch way over here and the kill switch way over here and left this space right here. You know why? It's because this will fit right here absolutely perfectly. And with that sitting right there, this wire can pass right through there, right out of that hole, and I can conjoin it in with my wiring harness that I made, and then run that down right into this wiring harness and then right to the spark plug wire. And you already know what I'm gonna say. No, I'm not gonna film it because that is way too tedious, and I will just show you when I get done. All right, so there we go. It's all pretty much wired up into place. I haven't wrapped it around yet because I'm gonna bolt this down, make it secure first, then wrap it. But yeah. Why does everything gotta be like in the way? To drill a simple hole, I gotta do all this bull crap. All right, so I got everything up here all bolted down and wires tidied up and everything. So now I'm gonna wrap the wire around the spark plug wire. All right, so with that done, we're gonna move on to the gas tank. And if you notice, I have taken some things off, and that is because I am going to paint this gas tank black. The reason being, so it can kind of blend in better. It doesn't look as obvious. I might do the same thing on that one, but we'll see. But the reason I have the two tape marks there and there is so that way I can have some light come in to see where the fuel level is at. So I went around with like a Scotch-Brite brush and scuffed up the surface a little bit. I guess you can kind of see that. And the reason being is because you want to have something for the paint to stick to, because if I didn't do that, then the paint would just come right off and it wouldn't be worth a crap. So now I'm going to clean it off with some carburetor cleaner and then shoot a coat of paint on it. All right, so it's done. Hanging it right there to let it dry for a while. And then I'll come back out here tomorrow and install it. All right, so the tank's all dry. Came out really nice. So we're gonna set this in here and bolt it down. All right, so got it all bolted down. Got the fuel line on there. That's 1/4-inch fuel line running, around there, and then right to the carburetor. One thing I'm also going to do is drill out a teeny tiny hole, and that will allow the fuel tank to vent properly. And I would recommend the smallest drill bit that you have. So part of me wants to go ahead and install the headlights, but I want to wait till it's dark so I can get a clear before and after. Also, I have a question for some of you lawnmower guys. What does the word romp mean? Because I hear some YouTubers and other people say it. I'm getting ready for the romp. Does it mean like you're getting it out of the garage, like you're romping it back to life or something. I really don't know. If you know, let me know in the comments. All right, so since it's gonna be about 3 hours before it gets dark, I'm not gonna sit here and twiddle my thumbs and do absolutely nothing. So I'm gonna put gas in here and fire it up and take it for a little spin. Actually, before I put gas in it, I hadn't checked this oil in a while. Okay, my question is, why is it way up here? I hadn't ran it, but when I put the dipstick back in, it goes right there. I don't know. Like, how does oil just magically rise? Ooh, yeah. Probably need to change it. Oh, I guess we're full. So, yeah, that's gonna get changed pretty soon. Got about 3 quarts of this, so I'll probably put some of this stuff in there. I mean, might as well. Around a little bit more off camera, but just by doing that, I only put 0.3 hours on it. So this thing probably has maybe 8 total hours on it, if I would guess. All right, so we are just outside of the garage, and I'm gonna flip the headlights on so we can see what the stock headlights look like. Yeah, see, they're not too bad, but we can definitely improve that. Just for fun, let's test it inside of the garage. All right, so not too bad. The camera is actually showing it darker than what it actually is. But yeah, I can't wait to see what the LED headlights are gonna be like. And boom, just like that, it's morning. So to install these headlights, what you would normally do is turn that left, and pull it out just like you would on any other lawnmower. But these tabs are actually different. This part actually came with the off-road mower when I got it, but I bolted this one on, which is from the racing mower hood, because the other one was busted. So when I put that on, these headlight mounts will not fit in there, which I don't know what clown thought that they need to have 2 different designs for this crap. It needs to all be one design, but you can see here, I made mine work. I cut this part right here and I rammed it in there and then glued it back on there. So these are pretty much permanently in there. The only way I can remove the bulbs is if I pop the front lens out. Now when I made the lights on the racing mower, I have a video on this if you want to go check it out, but these are the same kind of tabs as you would find on like a regular lawnmower, but these are the actual tabs that fit in there. But you know, I built this before that, so I didn't know. But I pretty much modified the living crap out of these tabs, so even if I were to remove them, I wouldn't be able to put them in here. Now when I painted this headlight lens, I painted white, then black, then the color that, you know, looks a little bit darker in this. And the reason I did the white is so the light would reflect better underneath. I know that silver spray paint would have been better, but I didn't really have any, and white was all I had. And the reason I painted it in the first place is because 2 headlights look better than just one big long bar. And plus, I mean, the lights were just mainly right here and right here. There was nothing really going on right there, so it just made more sense to block this out. So you can see my ugly modification where I had to cut this so I can put this in there and turn it and lock the headlight in. I also did the same thing to this side, obviously. So I'm gonna clean out the inside of here. I'm also gonna clean up this, and look what I just found. I just found this metallic spray paint. So I'm gonna go and spray paint that. I mean, anyway, they're both about really the same size. This one just looks a lot better, and it's LED and has more alien technology in it, so it should work better. Here's a really good close-up for those of you who want a more close-up image. So here are the stock lights. As you see, not too bad. Let's go ahead and remove them. and install these LED lights, and they install exactly the same as the 1156. Ready? Watch this. Holy crap. That is so much brighter. I cannot wait to get all this back together and go for a night ride. And those of you who want a comparison, there you go. Check out that difference. I thought about upgrading the headlights on the racing mower to LEDs, but I'm just probably going to keep these bulbs in there because the yellow/orange light kind of matches the whole theme of this. And for $12, they come in this nice box, and it's even made in the USA. Get ready for it. So now let's do a little crisp fix and make it nighttime. All right, let's see how they look. Oh my gosh, that is so much brighter. That's way better than what it was before. This is absolutely insane. Before you couldn't even hardly see anything. Now you can see pretty much the whole half of the garage. All right, so right outside the garage is not the exact location, but it is pretty close, and I'll explain why in a little bit. But anyway, check that out. Bam. You can see everything now. I know y'all can't see it on the camera, but I can definitely see some over there. Like it's lighting up all over there, and it's lighting up like way over here. It's pretty insane. So, what happened? Take a look. Tell me what you see. Is this piece right here missing? It sure is. I was riding in my back trails back there, and these stupid ball and socket bull crap, I don't know who in the crap designed this, but it popped off and screwed me over in the middle of the woods, so I had to push this crap all the way back. So yeah, that freaking sucks. I did see a Redneck Computer Geek's video on when he put this back in here and he put a washer on top of that and welded the washer in there. I might do that. I was thinking about upgrading it, but I left it because it worked, but now it broke, so now I'm gonna upgrade it. But yeah, definitely like these headlights much better. It lights up a whole lot more, and it's a lot less load on my electrical system as well. So that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you liked it. If you did, you know what to do. Thumbs down twice if you didn't like it. And y'all should see me in the next one.